11 years ago, one of Nigeria's best air transport companies, Airpeace, was established by Mr. Allen Ifechukwu Onyema. It has proven its reliability over the years, and on the 30th of March 2024, it scored a heavy one with its maiden trip to London, and this has in turn caused a stir amongst netizens. Why is it causing a stir?
It's a very devilish conspiracy.
Some Nigerians are of the opinion that the country was not represented well because of the attire the flight's crew had on during its trip.
Why not Isiago? Should it have been an Buba and a rock or Abada?
The Isiago attire, which was the major cause for the outburst, is a traditional outfit worn by the Igbo tribe in Nigeria. The outfit's pattern, Isiago, is a symbol that represents power, wealth, and leadership. So, why is it causing a stir? You may be wondering why it's news that we have an airline that can move from Nigeria to London. Well, in the past, Nigerians had to use other countries or go through other countries before they can get to their destination. That's if it's London. We usually go through Qatar for most persons, and it takes up to 20 hours before the person arrives at the destination. But now, we have an airline that can get us to London directly from Nigeria without any unnecessary stops. And it happens to be causing a stir online. People are complaining. And I'm asking why? Why? Now, the first reason I believe is the cause for this stir is jealousy. I said it with my full chest. Jealousy. Because tell me, if it's not jealousy, why would you come online and wish that somebody's business should crash because of outfit? Because of dress. That the owner, he's the owner of the airline, right? He's the CEO, and he's like, oh, I want my staff to dress this way. And then look at him and tell him, oh, because you want your staff to dress this way, your business is not going to move forward. I don't understand. Tell me how that's not jealousy. Tell me. This has played out over time, whenever it involves Igbo people, okay? When Igbos are in the picture, there's always problem. Even in politics, even in government, there must always be a problem. Why? Because it's an Igbo person. I feel like if it was a Yoruba or an Hausa person that had that owned this company, right, and they decided to wear their buba or their abada or whatever outfit it was, I don't think it would have caused this much problem online. I think it's because it's Isiago. It's because it's an outfit that represents Igbo people. Yes, that's why people are complaining. So tell me, how is that not jealousy, my darlings? Yep, that's the first reason I have here. And the second reason I have is ethnocentrism. Most tribes in Nigeria most people harbor that feeling that their own culture, beliefs, and traditions are superior to other people's cultures, right? So many tribes have that feeling. It may not be general. I don't want to generalize it anymore because some people are starting to get exposed. People are learning to be civilized and they don't do any of that shit no more. But some people in some tribes are very, very big on the whole ethnocentrism thing. And they don't even know that they do it. Okay? Your son brings in an Igbo girl he wants to marry. You're looking at the girl from up to down because she's an Igbo girl. She's not your culture. Or let's even use an Hausa girl. Your son wants to marry an Hausa girl because the girl is you're not Hausa. You don't really want the girl to be part of the family. You start looking at her with one kind of eye like that. You don't even realize that you're practicing tribalism. So the third reason I have here with me is misplaced priority. Yes, because if there's no misplaced priority, if people actually focus on important things that they're supposed to be doing with their lives, you'll not come online and be shouting, oh, he's not supposed to wear his cabin crew members Isiago attire. We have other important topics in the nation that should be discussed. We just achieved a big one, bro. We just did something really cool. Now, instead of us to be motivated and invest more in our own fields, in our own lines of businesses and grow it so that Nigeria can become stronger economically and otherwise, you are going online to troll somebody who has already achieved his own milestone. Shebi, if I get violent now and start insulting, they will say, Jessica, calm down. Tell me, Why should this be causing a stir? I just gave 3 reasons why this is causing, and I think it should actually be looked into. Nigerians should start thinking deeply about their lives. Because, this whole thing has contributed majorly to the reason why we haven't left the third world. Oh, yes. Nigeria is very far away from coming out to the third world position or whatever. Nigeria will continue to remain a third world country. Do you know why? I'm going to tell you why. Firstly, the lack of togetherness is going to keep us in the third world. Growth starts from the mind, okay? This country growing is not the map. It's not the geographical location. It's not the buildings. That's not what this country growing is. This country growing starts from its citizens. It starts from our mind. If we don't work together, we can never be functional. If we keep fighting ourselves, the rest of the world will continue to laugh at us. And we will never be rated, ever. Okay? So, firstly, why we are going to remain in the third world is because of lack of togetherness. That's the first reason I'm going to be talking about. Now, when we pull each other down, when somebody achieves something, instead of congratulating the person like I initially said before, and then work on yourself, instead of you to allow somebody's success to serve as motivation to you, you start to talk down on the person, you start to pinpoint flaws and whatnot. Tell me, if we are always divided like this, there's no way we can bring our minds together and work and grow. And if we don't work and grow, we'll continue to remain underdeveloped. And that's the secret behind it. That's how it works. Nigeria will always be shouting as part of their motto, united we stand, divided we fall. Oh, so you know this. We know this. We say it every time, we chant it. But we never work together. We're always allowing things like, he's an Igbo man, or he's Yoruba to come in between. This country has so much to offer the world. We're blessed in so many areas. But no, we're not going to focus on our resources. We're not going to focus on things that actually matter. We're not going to focus on security, on securing the lives of our citizens, focus on providing employment. We're not going to focus on things that matter. No, what we're going to focus on is flight attendants wearing Isiago uniform. And you know what's even funny? I'm going to tell you what's funny. Right? That Isiago outfit has been part of their uniform all along. It's not new. They did not do it like ceremony. They did not do it like his wedding that was coming up. We are going to London. Let's go and sew Isiago Ashwebi. No. That uniform has always been there. So they decide to wear it for their maiden trip to London. Just like one of our influencers, our writers online, Reno Mokri, he said, other countries like the Arabian people, the different other cultures, Egyptians, Koreans, Asians, Indians, their culture reflects in their outfits what they are wearing. Okay? You see an Arab air hostess, you know she's an Arab air hostess. You see an Indian, you know that she's an Indian air hostess. So why did we now do our own as Nigerians? And the same Nigerians are complaining. It doesn't make any sense for you to see your fellow countryman just because of tribe difference. You're now saying, the country was not represented well. I felt, what should they have worn? A complete English outfit? Because what you're trying to now say is that, if they had been more corporate, because for you to say that they're wearing Isiago they're not represented, what should they have worn? They should have worn Yoruba attire. It will still be unfair now because Igbo and Hausa has been left out. Or should they wear Hausa? It will be the same thing. So what did you want them to do? This lack of togetherness is the very first and major reason why we remain in the third world. The second reason is fashion. Sense of fashion opinions. Now, why this thing was causing a stir, Shebi, is because of the outfit. I know I mentioned this in the lack of togetherness thing, but what I want to bring out in this particular point is the fact that If fashion is the problem, and you're of the opinion that maybe they should have worn something more corporate, what is influencing our fashion sense then? That means we are still allowing the colonial masters to influence us. I thought we had independence since 1960. We are supposed to be independent everywhere now, including our dress sense. As a matter of fact, we should even be wearing Ankara for the air hostess uniform. Yes. If you ask me, because me, if I have airports, that's what my crew members are going to wear. Ankara. That's what they wear. Why are they wearing suits? Yeah. So why I'm actually saying this might keep us, or this may keep us in the third world, is because look at how much we're focusing on it. Instead of us to congratulate our brother who has achieved a huge one, we're focusing on dressing, fashion, aspa. Now, another reason, which is the last but not the least, as a matter of fact, is one of the major reasons why Nigeria will continue to remain a third world country. And it is hate and tribalism. Now, the earlier we learn to put aside our cultural differences as Nigerians and work together, the better for us. If we do not do that, this country is not moving forward. We are not entering second world, not to talk of first world. We are not even going to, if it's like school certificates, we won't even smell second class lower. Honestly speaking, we are going to continue to vehemently remain in the third world. Because you see a fellow Nigerian doing well, and the reason why you're not happy for him is because, he doesn't share the same tribal, lineage or kinship with you. Does it make any sense? I mean, we're all Nigerians. You see singers, people are singing, we're all Africans, we're all Nigerians, we love one Niger. But when it comes to things that should actually show that we are one Nigeria, we're not showing it. You come online, spew hateful comments like, you did this one for only Igbo people. It's only Igbo persons that will be riding your flights, Abi, because why are you using only Igbo attire? In fact, your business is going to crash. Your flights are going to crash. What kind of statement is that, bro? Why would you make such hateful statements, such despicable comments on somebody's business because you are not Igbo? No, guys, I want you to think this thing with me. Combine your thinking and my thinking. Let's combine it together. Think about it. Does it make any sense? The truth of the matter is, some people who will come out and say, they are not tribalists, they don't really care about this, they are exposed, they are that. After claiming all this claim that they're claiming, there's one small thing that will just happen like this, boom, and you see that, these people are actually tribalists, so. Yes, you see it. I'm going to use church as an example. There's this very large, the church is very popular in Nigeria, it's in every part of Nigeria, in fact, the whole world, right? But it's owned by a Yoruba person and is dominantly Yoruba. You understand? Even in their eastern, let me give you gist now. In the eastern branches, of these churches, almost all if there are 100 of this particular church in the east, 95 are headed by Yoruba pastors than Igbo pastors. Same thing in Edo State. I have seen for myself. I'm not speaking based on speculations. I've seen for myself, right? If you go to Edo State, the same thing. If you go to other states, I'm not saying I have a problem with Yorubas being the major pastors in these branches or whatnot. No, that's not my issue. But these people are claiming, we're not tribalists. Yes, I'm talking about your pastors. They'll be like, no, we're not tribalists. We are all one Nigeria. Igbo person is my brother. Hausa person is my brother. No. These same people, but when it came down to marriage, I know of two now. When it came down to marriage, his people, all his people, his family members, they're all Christians, were very heavy Christians. You know all these Yoruba Christians that can bring down raw fire from heaven. Yes, these people, this type of people. His family, they were just against him marrying that Igbo girl. They didn't want him to marry an Igbo girl. Why? Tell me why a Christian family, a naked people, they didn't want their son to get married. The man ended up marrying a Yoruba girl. But It's pastor, Christian family. Oh. No, think it. Think it. Tribalism plays out in the smallest of things, even in business. And the funny thing is that most of these people don't. So it has to, they don't know that they are doing this thing. So it has to be a conscious effort. Even you as an Igbo person, you have to be very careful it has to be a conscious effort to ignore tribal differences to be able to work with a fellow Nigerian for this country to move forward. Now, you see all these things I mentioned, if it is not paid attention to, if we don't learn to behave ourselves and ignore tribal differences and work together, this country, this society will never be functional. We will continue to remain in third world and we will continue being laughed at by the other worlds. Hello? Am I making sense? Did I make sense today? So guys, please share with me your thoughts. Like, I really want to know. But before you do that, how about you like this video, share to your friends, and also subscribe. So yes, before I call it a wrap, I want you guys to tell me what your thoughts are on this particular topic. Mr. Allen Ifechukwu Onyema he has done an amazing job. He has done well. Remove that he's Igbo. He's a Nigerian, and this man loves Nigeria. So guys, I'd like to know your thoughts on this particular topic. Share your thoughts in the comment section, and I'd like to know what you think. And this has been The Kiwi Show with your favorite girl, Jessie Rogers. Bye-bye.